First one I would say is ignorance. Ignorance is, I think, causes 90% of the problems that we are facing today. If you are talking about deaths or pregnant women dying, I would attribute all of that to the ignorance. It's not happening because we don't have facilities. It's happening because people are ignorant about what to do when you're pregnant. If we are having so many renal failure patients, that's again I would say because of ignorance. If we are having dengue outbreaks today and if we see that so many people are dying, I would again attribute it to ignorance, because so many of these conditions are easily avoidable and complications post that particular event. I think all of these are absolutely avoidable conditions. Right? Just about education, anything. So, I mean, I think there is need for a lot more to happen in the healthcare space. I think today one thing we are doing well is, I think there are a lot many more colleges which are producing the doctors.
Every citizen in a town or in a country pay for services irrespective of their income levels. You know, as a middle class person, I can pay for a service which is very routine for me, and there are thousands of people who cannot afford that service. So having a financing mechanism or a payment mechanism for different classes of people is very important. For example, today you might say, like sir mentioned, this medicine is very expensive, but for a IT company employee it is not, because he is covered by insurance and the company pays for it. So what financing mechanism we have for all classes is a very important issue that we have to address, and government is already taking steps. The bottom 30%, 300 million people in India are going to be covered by something called Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana. It will be a free coverage provided by the government, and the families will be covered for all of the major illnesses up to 30,000. Then we have the traditional health insurance, like you and me can buy and pay for it, which helps us to budget for our healthcare needs. And obviously affluent people will pay out of their pocket. As long as we can establish financing mechanism for every section, it will not matter what is the cost of the product. Today the problem is, even if the product is affordable to you and me, there are hundreds of people who cannot afford. Even just getting a vaccination is not possible. So it has to be viewed in that context. And yes, I agree, medical technology or any new technology is expensive. Air travel was expensive. Over a period of time, it gets lower.
Actually, even when we got started, this is one thing we did kind of articulate. What we did articulate was my parents or Ashwin's parents, or for that matter, wherever you are, if people can say you walk into Vatsalya and you will be taken care of. If that's the kind of a trust value, if we can offer to the people of that particular town, and if people believe that you walk into Vaatsalya, you will be taken care of, or if that's the kind of trust levels if we can build in all our hospitals, I think that would be fantastic. If people associate trust and if we are able to live up to the name, I think that would be fantastic.